This recording essentially just shows a second example of blind contour. I've repositioned my hand, and what you cannot see from the screen is that my little finger and my ring finger are tucked underneath the palm of my hand, and I'm extending the middle finger and the index finger. That of course you can see. So as you're watching me draw right now, I just finished the knuckles on the top of my hand because that's all I could see. I could not see the fingers at all. You'll notice that I did see my ring on my ring finger, and I did draw that before I started to draw the middle finger. And that's where I'm at right now. And of course, everything's starting to change. You start to see the individual joints as I work down the finger. I'm at the fingernail at this point. You can see my eye working its way around. And as I go back underneath the finger, you'll notice that I'm sensitive to, or I'm trying to be sensitive to, the joint separations. My eye will track along, and eventually, of course, I'm going to run into the contour edge that defines my index finger. So I'm on the index finger now, working through the first big joint, the folds I see on my hand, down toward the second joint, eventually to the tip of my finger where again I start to draw the fingernail. Now the pen has been continually placed on the paper to this point. I've not had any reason to lift the pen and reposition it because the contour that I have been looking at has been consistent. But you'll notice here as I work down toward the inside of my hand toward the thumb, the line will come to an end. So I have allowed myself to look back to the paper. I've repositioned the pen, but now that you see the pen moving again, I've got to reinforce this notion that I am not looking at the paper while the pen is moving. I am only looking toward the subject, in this case the subject being my left hand. Notice how the line on the top of the thumbnail does not match the curve of the thumbnail on the top side. The reason that they're not syncing up or touching is because I wasn't looking, and so I couldn't make them perfectly fit because that wasn't the intent. The intent was for me to faithfully record my vision.